Hello and welcome back. Let's continue the journey. Let's answer the very basic question: what can a business coach do to help your company? Let's look at the ways. They help you develop a big picture view of your organization, where you are today, where you want to be in the future, and how to get there. This clearly is not possible if you are so busy in solving your day to day operational issues, putting out fires on a daily basis, you and the entire management team, that you lose focus, the visibility to where you need to be headed into the future. So these coaches help you develop the big picture view on eventually where you would want to be, while at the same time they start looking at the operational issues as well, which is the day-to-day fires, what happens, how do you communicate within the organization, how does information flow from point to point, from person to person and team to team, how what systems do you have in place and how well do they work or how well do they not work, what integration points do you have, what are the points of failure. They help you go through all of that and then some. For all the issues that you might be facing at any given point in time, they help you prioritize them. They help you focus on what's really important. If you clearly think about this, what a small company, what a small business has to go through at any given point in time, there could be operational issues, there could be supply issues, there could be supply chain raw material availability issues, there could be issues with your suppliers, there could be issues with your quality itself, with manufacturing, warehouse capacity, there could be employees issues, there could be a vendor issue, there could be government regulatory issues that you have to deal with, and you have to solve all of those problems, and there's none of them on the list that we just mentioned that you can afford to ignore. They're all critical, they're all important, and yet you can only focus on so much at any given point in time. This is where the coaches come in. They help you focus, they help you realize what's important, how to prioritize what you need to be working on, and therefore how to create sort of your task list and your roadmap on how you would ultimately get to everything that's important and that happens to be on your list. They help you with your product strategy, product roadmap, where you are today, what you do, and how well does it do it, how well does it compete against the other products in the marketplace, and where you want to take this product into the future. What more bells and whistles and features do you need to have? How would you develop them? And how well would your future product compete against the marketplace of that point in time? Whether it's your product or it's a whole range of services that you offer or a combination of both of them, you absolutely must have a long-term strategy, and their coaches would help you develop that. Similarly, your vendor selection: who do you partner with? Why are they on board? What support are they providing? Why can you not do this function in-house? And if you do have them, what level of communication do you have with them? What kind of SLA, service level agreement, do you have in place? What contracts do you have? What guarantees do you have in place for them? How do you exchange information between you and the vendors? They help you develop all of these concepts, which are really crucial for your communications with your vendors. They help you grow. They help you come up with a growth plan which is realistic, which is achievable. It may be a little bit beyond what you currently might think as achievable, but they're there to push you, they're help to grow you. But so how do they do it? They come up with a plan. And finally, they help the executive team. This is a really important point here. Even though the coaches are primarily hired by the organizations for the company to grow as a whole and not the individuals per se, but companies cannot grow if the executive team is not growing with the organization. So this is where the coaches would not only be focusing on the big picture of the whole organization as a whole, but they'd also be working closely with their executive team to make sure that they're also fully on board with the growth plan. If they find out during their analysis that some of the team members are not quite well equipped to be fitting those roles, they'll bring this to your attention. And either by way of training or by way of some job reclassification, they'll help you achieve wherever the company wants to be. But without their external view, internally, you probably may not even have the visibility to what your executive team lacks. This is again a critical area of support that coaches could provide you. Okay, let's keep going.